What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more draft lottery rebuilds as we're at pick number 10 with the Dallas Mavericks. As we know, the Mavericks tanked the last few games of the season in order to keep this pick, so today we will be doing a Dereck Lively Dallas Mavericks rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you fall into that 63% and want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. This is the second time I'm recording this video, by the way, because I was in the year of 2026 and my PC crashed and I lost all the video footage that I just recorded. So I'm doing this all over again. So if you want to especially drop a like today, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right, aside from that and my problems that I'm having with my computer, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. They have the 10th overall pick, and as we know, similar to the Blazers, this seems like a pick that could be traded. So the Dallas could be looking for veteran help for Luka Doncic instead of just drafting here. But as you guys know, I didn't do that with the Blazers, so today I'm not doing it with the Mavericks. They have an interesting offseason ahead of them. They got the impending free agency of Kyrie Irving. I went ahead and drafted Dereck Lively with pick 10. As we know, this team needs a big man. This team needs anything down low. They got some guards with Kyrie, and especially they have guards with Luka, and then if they bring Kyrie back, that's taken care of in itself. So obviously there is more talent on the board over Dereck Lively that you could take, but I think Dereck Lively would be the best fit. So I went ahead and drafted him here. If you disagree with that, I understand, but I just thought it was the best fit possible here for him to come to Dallas. Might be a little bit of a reach. There's better talent on the board probably at this point, but I think Lively would be a fantastic fit in Dallas. So I have him here as a Dallas Maverick. Player options. We are going to accept Josh Green, of course, and we're going to accept Reggie Bullock, and then qualifying offers, AJ Loss, McKinley Wright. We're not going to extend those. We're not too worried about them. Free agency, as we know, Kyrie Irving is a must re-sign for us, so we are going to try to get him. It does say that Utah has interest in getting him, and they have the best offer on him, but I will tell you right now, there's not a world where Kyrie Irving would go to Utah. So if they're the #1 offer over me, I'm not letting it happen. I'm just not. It's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not. So Utah, you can have your dreams all you want. There is no way that Kyrie would choose Utah. I don't even think Utah would want Kyrie Irving. That makes no sense. So that is not happening. But aside from that, so we'll get Kyrie Irving back, by the way. I'm just saying. Christian Wood doesn't seem like he'll be back in Dallas. It just doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. There were some issues with him and Jason Kidd. It just doesn't seem like their goals align. So they tried, and they traded the 26th pick for him last year. It did not work out. But I don't want to lose him for nothing because that's just terrible asset control. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sign and trade him here if I could. And I have a perfect idea that I did in the last video I just recorded, but it's lost now. So I'm going to try to do it again if I can. So I'm going to re-sign Christian Wood for 4 years, $21 million, and we're going to sign and trade him. And then Kyrie Irving, of course, says he's going to go to Utah, but that's just not happening. So I'll get him back in a second, and then we'll have a sign and trade idea with Christian Wood that I will show you that I think you guys will find relatively interesting. So the context behind the sign and trade I'm about to do is that James Harden went back to Philadelphia. He did not leave Houston, or he did not leave Philadelphia to go to Houston. So he is back as a 76er. So here's this sign and trade that I think could definitely be interesting for both sides. As we know, we need some forwards here. So this one popped up, and I think it makes some sense. So Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway for Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is someone who could just resign, and then Montrezl Harrell is a throw-in as well. If Philadelphia gets a really good backup center to Embiid, and then Tim Hardaway could be a brand new starter there in Philadelphia, along with James Harden, or come off the bench, whether they want to do. I think this makes some sense. We're going to do this trade. We're going to get Tobias Harris and welcome in as a Dallas Maverick. We're going to probably play him at the 4 alongside Josh Green as our starting 3. We'll see if we decide to change that. And then one beautiful thing as well is Kyrie Irving actually fell out, so I didn't even have to worry about Utah getting him. So Kyrie Irving will bring in, and that'll be taken care of. So we didn't lose him, which is great. All right, Kyrie's back. All right, as far as everything else is concerned, what else can we do to add on to this roster? We got Luka, we got Kyrie Irving, we got Jaden Hardy, we got Josh Green at the 3, we got Tobias Harris, Reggie Bullock, Bertans, Kleba, a lot of salaries here at the 4. You have Montrezl Harrell, JaVale McGee, and Dereck Lively, which is all just kind of nasty. I think Harrell will be our backup center this year. Then Dereck Lively is going to start. JaVale McGee probably won't get any minutes, but we'll use him as a mentor for Dereck Lively, who I think is a perfect mentor here. So I love that. Other than that, the only other thing I could see us doing is bringing in a point guard or a small forward, which technically we could just move Bullock to the 4, but or to the 3, I should say. But I'm going to sign a small forward, so like an Alec Burks could make some sense. But Terrence Davis, I think Terrence Davis would be great. 3 years, $6 million. He could be a really good bench piece. And then last but not least, I'll also resign Dwight Powell because it seems like the Mavericks love him. So I'll bring him in, which I guess maybe he'll be the backup center over Montrezl Harrell. So let's go straight to player progression. Let's see how this is going. Wright and Lawson are back on the qualifying offers. Luka, Kyrie Irving, Reggie Bullock's going down, Powell is going down, McGee is going down, so not a really surprise there. But let's go look at this rotation going into next season. We're probably a playoff team. We're going to start Dereck Lively on day one. I don't know how this is going to go because he's obviously a 71 overall, so not ideal. You don't really want a 71 overall as your starting center, but I want to try to develop him as much as I can. So we're going to load this draft class, and let's look at this rotation. So rotationally, this is what we'll look like. So we're going to have Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Josh Green, Tobias Harris, Montrezl Harrell penciled in as a starter, which I disagree with, Jaden Hardy, Reggie Bullock, Terrence Davis, Dwight Powell. So only thing we need to do is put Montrezl Harrell. Actually, I'm gonna have Harrell play backup center over Dwight Powell. So Harrell will play those backup center minutes, and Dereck Lively will be the starter on day one. We'll see how it goes. So we're gonna do something like this to start the season, and then, like I mentioned already, I want to do the mentorship thing with Dereck Lively with JaVale McGee. So let's go do that. So Lively, I think McGee would be a perfect mentor. So let's go rise up, let's go brick wall, and then let's go rebound chaser, something like that. Start that off, and I will submit this season and see how we do. Proficiency is a 3.5 perimeter centric, and we can be a 3.5 balance as well. So we'll run with that. Is Lively a better perimeter centric fit though? Not really. It's not really changed that much. So we'll submit this season. We'll see how things go, and hopefully by the end of things, we're still a playoff team in the West. I love the Tobias Harris pickup. We're definitely not a contender just yet. There's more moves to be made, but I love what we've done so far. We are stopped at the trade deadline, and it looks like the Wizards are willing to give up Daniel Gafford for a second-round pick, and I don't think I can pass up on that. Gafford's going to be a really good backup center for the foreseeable future for us, or even a starter if we want to just start him over Lively, but I am going to try to have Gafford be the bench center, so Bertans in a second. I don't think I can do much better than that, so that is one move we're making to the deadline. We are 30-25 on the season right now, so that's going to open up some minutes. Of course, that's going to put Gafford into the starting five, but I do want to continue to roll with, like I said, Dereck Lively to start this, or at least start things off. So Gafford, I'm going to push up into the rotation for sure, but I do want to start Dereck Lively still. So it's going to be something like this where Dwight Powell is just completely out of the rotation. So it's going to be something along the lines of that. Go something like this, and then Daniel Gafford could get like 24 minutes off the bench. So something like that. So we get Daniel Gafford literally for a second round pick. That's just really good value. So I will see you guys at the end of the season, where hopefully with the Gafford edition, we can be better than we are already. So unfortunately for us this season, we literally only made it into the play-in. I mean, part of that's probably because I'm starting a 71 overall center, but I'm just trying to develop him as quick as possible. 6 and 7 and a block and a steal. So not bad numbers by any means in his first season. Gafford may have to start next year and may have to be the reality of the situation. I love the addition of him, but Hardy with 13, Harris with 14, 23, and then 28 a triple double from Luka. Do we get out of the play-in is the question. We ended up losing the first one, and now we get the Kings. Do we get out? And we lose. So we're back in the lottery again, which is not great. I think the Knicks are going to have our lottery picks. So after year one, this is not off to a great start. So far, not great. So we definitely got some more moves we got to make, because it's kind of unacceptable what just happened. Timberwolves Cavaliers, let's see who wins the championship, and you're going to have the Cavs go on to beat the Wolves in 6 games. So to start this offseason, we don't get our first round pick. It goes to the Knicks. It's pick 13. At least it didn't jump up into the top 4 and we lost that. But yeah, not having a first round pick sucks. Head coach wise, I think it's safe to say that Jason Kidd would probably be gone after the result of that. So we can go for a different head coach here. So Michael Stafford is not real. So I'm going to try to get like a real head coach. Jack Vaughn. I mean, I guess Steven used to be an assistant in Dallas, I believe, but he was terrible in Houston, it seemed like, even though they were a younger roster. So you could debate that, I guess. Missoula, I don't know about him, but he just doesn't have good ratings in 2K. So I think I'm going to go with Billy Donovan or Will Hardy. I'm going to go with Will Hardy, I guess. He'd probably be the best option we can get at this moment. So Will Hardy is our new head coach, even though I don't think Utah would fire him that soon, but he was here. So I'm not going to pass up on an opportunity to get a better head coaching upgrade. So, and then we'll grab Marion to be our guard guru. So straight to draft night. I want to make a move on draft night. We don't have our first round pick, unfortunately, but we do have some salaries, and we have some second rounders, or we have one, I should say. And then we should have like Kleba. We got Dwight Powell, Terrence Davis as some things we could throw in trade. So gonna try to make a move here on draft night. Let's even get like a good small forward, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be out there, but we can at least try. The small forward I am targeting here is DeAndre Hunter and the Atlanta Hawks. I wonder if the Hawks would just be okay of getting off his contract just because they have so many wings as it is with Bey, AJ Griffin. Maybe this frees up minutes for AJ Griffin. So Kleba, Terrence Davis, and Dwight Powell. I wonder if I could do without Terrence Davis and I just throw like a second. They just get off his contract entirely, and that's the big incentive for them. Let's see if they agree to this. They do not, which is fair. I feel like Terrence Davis would probably have to be in this trade for them to say yes, and they do agree. So just like that, we got DeAndre Hunter. I didn't have to trade a first-round pick either, which is fantastic. So Hunter's our brand new 3. I don't get him all that often, and I think he's a perfect fit. We need a good perimeter defender. So I love the DeAndre Hunter addition here in Dallas. So welcome in DeAndre Hunter. Of course, like I said, we didn't have a first-round pick or a second-round pick, so we don't have to worry about that. Jaden Hardy, we will accept qualifying offers. Josh Green, someone I do want back. And then Tobias Harris is a free agent as well. And I definitely think I want his services back as well, which we will be getting him back. $18 million for Tobias Harris, I think, is definitely more than warranted. So I don't mind that. So Tobias Harris, we're bringing him in 4 years, $17 million. And I'll sign Josh Green after we're out of moratorium. So that is taken care of. Tobias Harris, welcome back. And then Josh Green, again, I'm going to sign him to a 4-year deal. So Josh Green is going to be our main bench piece along with Jaden Hardy, then Gafford, not to mention as well. I see Slow-Mo, and I think the addition of Slow-Mo would be great as well. So Hunter, Josh Green, Tobias Harris, Gafford, and Dereck Lively. So yeah, I think I'm cool with it. So let's go get Slow-Mo, and I think that'd be like a perfect offseason. So Kyle Anderson, I think he'd be perfect for what we need right now. So Kyle Anderson, welcome to Dallas. And there's definitely still the ability to make another move down the line if we want to. I'm going to sign some more depth just to be on the safe side and more tradable contracts. So Bullock is salary we could throw in a trade. We do have a trade exception with Bertans. What else can we do? McConnell as a backup maybe would be nice. So we'll sign him. And then is there anything else? Because we got to be back in the playoffs next year. And like Gallinari as well. Maybe he could be a nice addition. So that is our main few things we're doing this offseason. So being in the play-in last year was inexcusable. So I'm glad we were able to get like DeAndre Hunter this offseason. Luka is down. Kyrie Irving is down, but DeAndre Hunter, Tobias Harris, Jaden Hardy, Kyle Anderson, and Gafford all up. And then Dereck Lively, he's up to a 73. So not moving as much as I would want him to. I am going to force him again in the rotation next year. I don't care. He's going to play, even though he still is not a great overall. We are going to force him to play. He's not going to start this year. I think I am going to start Gafford, though. And then Lively hopefully could develop into the starter down the line. So we'll see how that's going to look. Let's look at the rotation. Once again, we got to be a playoff team this year. There's no excuses. We got to be in there. So, Kyrie Irving, Luka, DeAndre Hunter, Tobias Harris, Gafford, Jaden Hardy, Slow-Mo, Josh Green, and then TJ McConnell. So, last but not least, I'm going to fix that. Lively will be that last piece off the bench for us. So, let's go with that. And then I am going to do the mentorship thing with Dereck Lively once again. We don't have a 30-year-old center to mentor him this time, but I'll still just give him like Gafford to mentor him or something. So we'll go with like Aerial Wizard, Rise Up, and Rebound Chaser, something like that. So let's simulate this season. Hopefully this year we are a playoff team. I'd imagine we should be. Daniel Gafford will start the rest of the season this year, and then we'll see how things go. And if I do stop the deadline, I'll show you guys, but I don't plan on it. I think we're going to be good enough to be at least a playoff team. At the very least, we should be a playoff team. So Luka Doncic comes out and wins MVP representing the Dallas Mavericks, which is amazing to see. We definitely needed that. Booker's Rookie of the Year in Oklahoma City. Tyus Jones, 6th man. Robert Williams, 5th player. Malachi Branham, Most Improved. And Quinn Snyder's your Coach of the Year in Atlanta. Not surprised by that. Does Kyrie Irving getting All-NBA nod? He does not, but Luka does, as we know. All-Defense First Team, Luka Doncic makes it as well. And All-Defensive Second Team. All-Rookie First Team and All-Rookie Second Team. We didn't have any rookies, so it didn't matter. But we are the 4th seed in the West. At one point, we were the 1st seed, so it definitely sucks to fall off. But it was really close, as you can see in the top 4. So 53 and 29. So we had a 7-game lead over the Pelicans. So hopefully, we do beat them in round 1. But if you take a look at the full player stats, you had 30, 11, and 12 from Luka, 23 from Kyrie, 14 from Tobias Harris, 14 from Hardy, 14 from DeAndre Hunter, which is great. Gafford with 9 and 8, and also 2 blocks. So exactly what we need. Josh Green with 8, 6.5, and then 4 and 4. And then 0.6 and 0.4 from Dereck Lively, which will just continue to try to develop him as much as possible. So hopefully he just keeps going. But play New Orleans in round 1. So of course, as we know, they got CJ, Dyson Daniels, Ingram, Zion, Larry Nance, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. Can we please get out of round 1? Somebody current round, and we lose game 1. And this is a close one. Game 5 got a big game. 3-2. Game 6. Going to a game 7 early on. I know it's going to suggest that I take Lively out of the rotation, but I'm not doing it. So can we come out here and win a game 7 on our home floor? We're going to get bounced in round 1. I'm glad we're here this time, but man, we are going to lose in game 7, it looks like, unless we come back at the end, which we lost. So 110 and 117. We lost in a game 7, which is really unfortunate. So obviously there's more moves we can make. We haven't traded a 1st round pick in this video just yet, which is great. So we still have that ability. Hawks and Rockets, you're going to have the Rockets go on to win the championship. Player retirements, got Thaddeus Young, all these guys retiring here. But let's go straight to the lottery. I think we're going to have a 1st round pick this offseason. Pacers get 1. You're going to have, what pick do we have? We got the 26 overall pick. So somewhere to win. Obviously, the Mavericks got Christian Wood. I don't know if that would give us a similar caliber player, but we got to try something. So staff signing, Will Hardy, all that's filled out right now, so that's good. Under Will Hardy, we made the playoffs, which is what we wanted, but getting eliminated in round 1 is unfortunate. So what are we going to do to upgrade everything else? One thing I would love to do is get another good defender. I think that's just exactly what we need. So although this team was really good, so I mean, we could just bank on the fact that eventually we'll have Dereck Lively just keep developing. We could trade Gafford and get an upgrade at the center spot. But there's also the idea of getting another good forward over Tobias Harris. So there's definitely a lot of ideas we can entertain this offseason. I want to trade this pick. There's no way I want to add a rookie to this puzzle at the moment. So if we could trade number 26 and get someone really good, I think that's what we got to do. I immediately turned my attention to Mikal Bridges or Cameron Johnson in Brooklyn. I mean, Mikal Bridges just seems like a no-brainer at this moment. He's an 87 overall. They're rebuilding. He's on the last year of his deal. So I guess if the Nets were going to get anything for him, they might as well do it now. He'd be an 88 overall once we move into small forward. It seems like a no-brainer addition to this team, in my opinion. There are some other guys I was kind of thinking of that, you know, just kind of changed it a little bit. Not get Mikal because I have gotten him in the past, obviously. Another guy I was kind of looking at was Cleveland's Isaac Okoro, which is someone I never trade for. But he's up to an 83 overall, 24 years old. He is a free agent right now, which is the one thing stopping me for trading for him. And the Cavs are contending, so it might be a little bit harder to convince them to do it. So I can either draft the pick and try to gamble on trying to get Isaac Okoro to change it up, or I could just go with the for sure thing right now with Mikal Bridges and just get him here. So I feel like it makes a lot more sense to just go for Mikal at this moment. He's 87 overall. He's down to 13 points per game. So obviously he fell off from that 20 points per game. That's just because of his shot tendency in 2K being so low. So I'm going to try to get him, and it's going to have to cost me either Hunter or Tobias Harris. But imagine we're able to have Mikal Bridges and DeAndre Hunter as our starting forwards. That sounds like the best case scenario you would want next to Luka and Kyrie Irving as your perimeter defender. So that is a dream scenario. As much as I did love the Tobias Harris addition, I think I'd rather trade Toby in this trade. So it's Tobias Harris. I probably have to include either Josh Green, or maybe there's something different I include. Maybe it's a Reggie Bullock, and I can just trade 26 and a future first or something. I don't know if they'd say yes to this, but Toby Bullock, 26 and a future first round unprotected for Bridges. They do not agree. How much am I willing to give up is the question. I will throw in a second and see if that changes it. It does not. Do I throw in one more? What is this? This is going to be 2025. So draft night trade 2026. I know Dallas doesn't own their 2029. That technically belongs to to Brooklyn. So yeah, I guess it does belong to Brooklyn. So we're making that same trade again, I guess. I'll throw one more in. I will. I think it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna do it, and we get Mikal Bridges. So I should have just given that 2029 pick in the trade because it's theirs anyway. But that would have been really funny. So I'm gonna give that to them because it's technically theirs. So they got another pick out of us, another 2 picks out of us for that matter. And I know I definitely just broke the stepping rule, I believe, but maybe you could pretend that we had more picks opened up because 2K doesn't allow you to have all your picks in the future. So I'm gonna give them that pick because that technically belongs to them. So we've got all in on this roster, but now we have starting forwards of Bridges and Hunter. Are you kidding me? That could be so great. Those 2 guys as our perimeter defenders, I think would be fantastic. I'm going to move DeAndre Hunter's backup role to small forward as well. But I'm living the dream with those 2 as our additions. As far as player options are concerned, I say, hey, go ahead and decline Dereck Lively. You don't need him. That makes no sense. We're accepting that. Qualifying offers, Jaden Hardy. We do want to bring him back. And then free agency, we're going to have like Tatum as a free agent, but of course we really can't get him. So we're going to wait till after moratorium, and then we'll assign Jaden Hardy to a long-term multiple year deal. Have that taken care of. So similar to like Josh Green, him and Jaden Hardy will be the 2 bench pieces, 2 main bench pieces, and then we have the ability to sign one more player. So let's see. We got Luka, we got Kyrie, Jaden Hardy, we got Mikal Bridges, Josh Green, Hunter, Kyle Anderson, Gafford, and Dereck Lively. So I need either a good backup point guard or maybe another center if we don't believe in Dereck Lively anymore, which I do want to believe in him because obviously he is the title of the video or the main thing of the video. So, but I don't like any of these options. Drew Eubanks doesn't move me enough. Josh Hart, I do love the addition of Josh Hart, but point guards, John Wall is interesting. Devontae Graham as a shooter off the bench is also pretty interesting, but he's shooting 31%. Chris Dunn as another perimeter defender, maybe. He's got 80 perimeter defense. He's 31, so he might go down overall. Gabe Vincent, though, his 3-point shot's a C+. That is a crime, in my opinion. Well, maybe he didn't shoot as great in the regular season. I don't know, but Gabe Vincent just based off how he's playing right now, sure, I'll go into Gabe Vincent. All right. And John Wall would have been cool as well, I guess, but we're going to go a different route there. So player progression, let's see how it's going to look going into the next season. But I feel really good about this starting 5. I really do. So hopefully Dereck Lively progresses. He's up to a 74, so not as much as I would want. Ah, man, it sucks that he's just not. I mean, he's going to be getting the backup 5 minutes still, but Bridges, DeAndre Hunter, Jaden Hardy, I think this team could do something. I really do think they make some noise. So I'm feeling good about this. We're going to go into this next season feeling very optimistic. We were a really good team last year. I think bringing in Bridges only maximizes that even further. We will have to re-sign him, but we'll definitely take care of that. I think we're in the 2026 year now, so let's go ahead and do that. But I'm feeling good, man. Let's go take a look at our rotation. Power ranking lands 16. Luka, Kyrie and Mikal, DeAndre Hunter, Gafford, Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, Kyle Anderson, Gabe Vincent. It's going to push Dereck Lively out of the rotation. Gary Payton as well is another good defender off the bench. I guess we wanted to give him spot minutes if you needed to. So that's what we're going with. Proficiency is a 4-star balance under Will Hardy. I'm expecting big things this year. The only other thing I'm going to do is, like I said, Mikal Bridges' shot tendency is a crime, man. 2K, we need to fix it. We do need to fix it. I'm sure you guys won't, but a little suggestion, and then we'll go something like that. So let's summate this season. We got the, what was it, the 4 seed last year. Hopefully this year, top 3 seed. That's the goal. Maybe we make addition at the trade deadline as with an upgrade at center potentially. I'll show you if we do. But I think Gafford is doing exactly what we need him to do. So I don't know if I'll do that. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins his MVP, averaging a triple-double, very efficient as well. Here's your NBA first team. Do we get Kyrie Irving representing? No. All offensive first team. Do we get another Luka appearance? Yes, we do. So no Mikal Bridges, but yeah, we get Luka instead, I guess, which is nice. But we are the 4th seed in the West. So once again, not a top 3 seed, but we are the 4th seed. So 28, 12, and 12 from Luka, 24 from Kyrie Irving, 17 from Mikal Bridges, and 17 from Jaden Hardy, 13 from Hunter, 9 from Gafford, 8 from Josh Green, 4.5 from Anderson, and 4 from Dereck Lively, who's up to a 75 overall. So not too bad. Just not really where I want him to be, obviously, but it is what it is at this point. So we get San Antonio and round 1. They got Brogdon, they got Porzingis, they got Vic, and they got Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sohan to come off the bench. So a very good team, and Patrick Williams, not to mention. So a very, very good team in San Antonio. So there's no guarantee we win this one. We do go up 1-0. I mean, if Luka's going to score 53 and Kyrie and Mikal are going to combine for 50 as well, I think, and then Jaden Hardy on top of that with 21. I think it's safe to say we'll win this series if we can keep doing that. 2-0 lead. Great start. 37 from Mikal. Yeah. Mikal Bridges just absolutely going crazy in the playoffs right now. He's shooting 80% from 3. Holy moly. That is not sustainable. But game 3, 3-0. So far, so good. Victor Wembanyama, no problem. Game 4, Victor Wembanyama, no problem. Like I said, we just absolutely obliterated them. So now we get LA, the 8th seed. So the Rockets get upset by the 8th seed. Let's see what they got going on in LA. Anthony Black, Jaylen Brown. Okay. Nasir Cunningham. How did they get all these young players? What the heck? Anthony Black. How'd they get him? Did the Lakers have a pick in this draft? He fell all the way to them? He's a projected lottery pick. Oh, whatever. Jaylen Brown. That's fine, I guess. John Collins, Jared Vanderbilt, Mano Quickly, Monte Morris, Nathan Knight, and Max Strus. Okay. This is going to be a tough matchup. Game 1, we're up on a 0, though. Beat them by 4, 31-16-7, 24-8-7, 24. Dude, right now, we're just going off. I mean, these guys, Mikal is still averaging 30 in the playoffs right now. So, like, game 2. Oh, not Simcast. I want to just go game 2. If I can click the right buttons. Game 2, 2-0, 131-116, 39-13-9. 27-16 from Kyrie. Mikal is starting to fall off a little bit, averaging 28, though, still in the playoffs. Game 3. We have not lost a game yet. We've literally not lost a game in these playoffs just yet. 25 from Jaylen Brown, 18-15 from AD, 22-21, 19-15. Do we sweep the Lakers? We're 8-0, baby. And now we get to play the Thunder. So I have a feeling we're not going to go 12-0 here. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. So we got Shea, Giddey, Asar Thompson, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Herb Jones, Matt, ooh, Xavier Booker. Wait, they got Matt and Xavier Booker in the same draft class? What? There's no way we sweep them. I mean, we could win this series, but yeah, we lose game 1. We might even lose this series. 35-14, 31 from Chet. Insane, man. Game 2, we're up 2-0. I think we lost. Oh, maybe not. We even it up? No, down 3-1. Okay. I mean, we can come back for 3-1 deficit potentially, but man, it sucks, bro, that we might have come this far just to run into this OKC squad that's just stacked with young talent. But we do win game 5. So maybe we could force a game 7 back to Oklahoma City. We got to win game 6 though first. We have the lead right now, but it was a close game last time, and it's a close one here as well. Just keep the lead. That's all I got to say. We give it up. Oh, 111. Oh, they ran away with it. So we lose in the conference finals. I mean, it's cool that we got to the conference finals, I guess, but we do lose, so that's pretty unfortunate. Maybe we could bank on Dereck Lively just hitting another huge development this offseason. That'll be huge for us. I don't know if that will be the case at all, but draft lottery, San Antonio gets 1. I believe we don't have our pick yet. It's going in the Nets because of that trade we did last year. Staff signing, we got Will Hardy still. I'm going to keep that all the same. Let me fill this out. I don't plan on making too many moves this offseason, so we're probably locked with the roster that we have. And then we're going to have to resign Mikal Bridges, of course. But other than that, we got a pretty much locked-in roster. So player options, once again, it's saying, hey, just go ahead and decline Dereck Lively. Just let him go. No, not doing it. All right, qualifying offers. Marquise Noel, I'm not really too concerned about him, but free agency. The one thing, of course, like I mentioned, Mikal Bridges, I mean, he was amazing in these playoffs, so I'm not too surprised he wants that much money. So I'm going to re-sign both Gafford and Mikal because they're going to be very important to the puzzle here. So I think we're going to lose slow-mo. I think we're about to be in the situation where we might not even be able to sign anyone else. Kyle Anderson. Ooh, Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin on a minimum is a crime, by the way. The man has been the best player for the Miami Heat, arguably. I mean, obviously... Ooh, we can get Finney Smith back in Dallas. Hey, man, we miss you. I'm going to sign him as well. And if I can get Kyle Anderson back, I'll do it. You know how many forwards that would be great? That would be freaking awesome. All right, we're at the point where I don't think I signed anyone else. So I think I'm running it back one last season. But yeah, Caleb Martin's been amazing for the Miami Heat. Just saying. But Mikal Bridges, Josh Green, got a lot of forwards now. I don't think there's going to be enough minutes to go around, but whatever. All right, Dereck Lively, this is your moment of truth. Are you going to hit like a 78 overall here or what? Because I don't even know if I'll be able to play you this season if you're not. I'm going to have to, though. Because, again, he's the main thing of the video. But 75 just doesn't progress, unfortunately. Just ain't doing it for us. But it's all good. I think we're going to be good. This is the last season that I'm running. Got to the conference finals. Kyle Anderson, Finney Smith, Martin are all down in overall. Lively. Should I give him some help? I feel like at this point, you know what? No, I won't. I won't do it. That just seems too cheap. I won't do it. I just really, really wish that Lively was already up maybe to like a 78, 79 right now. That would be so helpful at this moment, but unfortunately, he's just not. So if you look at the rotation, Parkin Land is number 13, and here is your rotation. So it's going to be Luka. This is pretty much the same as last year. Jaden Hardy is up to an 83. Josh Green, Anderson, Dorian Finney-Smith. So do I keep Lively out of the rotation? I feel really bad if I do. He's just not hitting. He's just not doing it for me, man. Proficiency, 4-star balanced. I feel bad if I don't have him in there. I'll have him in there. He's literally the title of the video pretty much. So Lively, you're going to get the minutes, I guess, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but man, oh man, would it be awesome if you were more of a better overall at this moment. But whatever. We'll summarize this season. We'll go ahead and maybe the mentorship thing would help this season as well. We'll do it again with Lively. Dereck Lively, you could be mentored by, I don't know, like Dorian Finney-Smith's not going to work. Kyle Anderson, I don't know. Do something like that. So let's just keep going. Let's see if this year is our year. Luka once again averages a triple-double and gets MVP for 2 years in a row, which we love to see. And we are the second seed in the West. So first time we've been over the 4th seed, I believe, in this video, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But 19 from Jaden Hardy. The man is just great. 16 from Bridges, 13 from Hunter, 8 from Josh Green, 8 from Gafford. And then Dereck Lively's up to a 76. So 5 points, 5 rebounds, and then almost a block off the bench. But here we go, man. Moment of truth. We were able to just wipe the floor with San Antonio last year, but they got Paulo and Jimmy Butler. Okay. Interesting. They definitely went out and splurged in free agency. They got Paulo next to Vic. I don't know if we beat them. We could get bounced out in round 1. That is definitely a possibility. But hey, if we play like we did last year, but so far so good. 36 from Bridges. He's out there doing his thing again, man. Game 3. Oh, they win this time. Game 4. We do beat them in 5, though. No, beat them in 6. Don't go to game 7. Okay, beat them in 6. Thank you. All right. New Orleans in round 2. Wagner, DiVincenzo, Franz Wagner. Man, Orlando just loses all their core pieces, it feels like. Franz Wagner, Paul Banchero. They lost both of them in the same offseason, maybe? That is unfortunate. Porzingis next to Zion is like a perfect fit, so I love that for them. But other than that, let's see if we can take them down, man. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up 140-84, 34-38 and 22. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we don't. Game 5, big one. We win. Game 6, can we win it? Can we win game 6 to go to conference finals? No, game 7. Ah, not in game 7, man. Do I listen to 2K right now and they say give more minutes to? I think we do. I think we listen to what they suggest. Simcast in game 7. Please don't blow this. Please just blow them out. Like, please no sweat here. Okay, it looks good. Looks good. Let's just get back to the conference finals. Oh, we're letting them back in it, though. Oh, man. Please, 2K. Please hang on. Oh, my goodness. This is not for the faint of heart. Please, 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 please. 118, 126. It's looking good. Don't let them back in it. And we are going to beat them. Wow, that was close. 26, 8, and 14. 22, and 3 from Kyrie Irving. 19 from Mikal Bridges. And now we get the Nuggets or the Thunder. I think I'd prefer to play the Nuggets, so we're just going to go ahead and... Just kidding. I won't do that. That'd be funny if I did. But let's see who wins. Game 7. Oklahoma City wins. Of course they do. So now we get the Thunder, who have their freaking young squad that's just absolutely unstoppable. So there's a chance we just lose here. Let's see what happens. Game 1. We do win 1-0, though. Great start. Took it by 1 point. 40, 10, and 8. We have Jaden Hardy as a secret weapon, though, averaging 16 in this playoffs on 44% shooting from 3. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. Game 3, do not blow this. We're going to blow it, aren't we? Oh, no, 3-1. Can we beat them in 5? Yes, we can. We're in the finals. We are in the NBA Finals, and we play the Hawks. Okay. Atlanta, you're just not that guy. That's all I got to say. So, Murray, Trae Young, Adrian Griffin, Sadiq Bey, Miles Turner. That's a good squad. Not going to lie. Trey Mann, Max Lewis, D'Anthony Melton, Robinson Earl. Feels like they lost their depth, but I do love that starting 5 for them. So, DeAndre Hunter, this is where you get revenge, baby. This is where you get revenge. All right, here we go. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, come on, baby. Game 4, please. Game 5, please don't do this. Oh, my goodness, no way. Game 6, here we go. All or nothing here. We got to win Game 6 or we're going home with nothing. Bro, I hate losing to Atlanta, man. Oh, gosh. The most annoying part about all this is in the other footage that I got where I lost all of it. I was pretty sure we were about to win a championship this season with the team I built. And we lost it here. What do we got going on? Kyrie Irving is a free agent at 35 years old. Player option, he'll probably accept. Luka's a free agent. I'm just going to end it off on that note. So we get to the finals. We lose in 6 to Atlanta. We don't win a championship every video. That's fine. I still love the team that we threw together. And like I said, this was the second time I had to record this. So my voice is starting to kind of hurt a little bit. So I'm going to save my voice for tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. As always, tomorrow will be a special video. We'll either be doing a Celtics offseason rebuild or a Miami Heat offseason rebuild. Either the Miami Heat blew a 3-0 lead for the first time in history, or Boston even it up just losing game 7. So either way, it's going to be interesting. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.